Hi, welcome to Di's Home and Garden. Thanks for joining me today. As you know, I do a variety of things on my channel, and today I'm sewing. So I've done a few sewing videos in the past, but this is a very easy one. Even for the beginner sewer, you'll be able to do this as long as you've got a sewing machine. So join me as I make headbands. I'm going to be making a few different videos on different headbands. This is a very simple one, so join me as I do that. Now these headbands that I'm making are made from what we call rib trim. Now you might call it something different where you are, but it's a rib fabric which is used to trim when you make t-shirts. So it's got a lot of stretch to it, and it's got a rib pattern there. Now I don't know if you can actually see that. Yeah, you can in the camera, that it's ribbed, so it does have stretch to it. So what we're going to do, or what I've already done, I've cut out a piece here. Now this is doubled over, so I've cut, and the fold is here, so it's one long piece when I open it up. The dimensions of this are 6 inches, so it's 6 inches down here. Just move the camera. So it's 6 inches this way, and on the length it's 19 inches, and those measurements in centimetres are 15 centimetres by 48 centimetres. Now you can sorry, I just have to trim this. You can cut it any size you like. This is the size that I want. This is the width that I want around my head, because we're going to be folding this in half and we're going to be putting a seam along here. So this is the width I want it, but you may want it narrower. If you want it narrower, then just adjust your measurements. And also, you might have a really big head, or you might have lots of hair, a lot of fluffy hair that you don't want the band too tight on. So therefore, you might want to make it a bit longer, or you might have very small measurements in the head area, and therefore you'll need to make it a little bit shorter. But this is the starting point. Once you've cut it out, with those dimensions, just pop it around your head as you're going to wear it. Bring it up. We're going to be putting a seam up here too, so it needs a little bit of seam allowance, but just have it how you'd like to wear it. If you want it tighter than that, just trim a little bit off. And that's what I actually did. You can see my little bits of trimming, and then I wanted it a little bit smaller, so I just took little bits off at a time. So that's how I got my dimensions. And it also depends on the stretchability of your fabric. So you might have something that's really stretchy. You might have something that's not so stretchy. Now you don't have to use a rib trim, but I was showing you what I'm using in this one and why those dimensions suit this fabric. So I will be using some other stretch fabric, like t-shirt fabric. Now this is also another good point. If you've got old t-shirts that maybe have got stains on them or a hole somewhere, this is one way that you can recycle them. You can cut out the good bits of fabric and you can make headbands out of it. Not just for yourself, for your kids, or to give as gifts. So, you know, as long as the fabric's still really good and you'd want to be wearing it on your head. But yeah, if you had a plain t-shirt or even a patterned one, you might like to do that. I'm all for recycling, reusing, repurposing, so that we're not putting things in landfill. So that's another thing that you can do. Now, what we're going to do, I'll just bring you back down so you can see what I'm talking about. We're going to fold it inside in half lengthwise. So we're going to bring this down. I'll just get rid of this because it's doesn't give you a very good view there. Right, now you can see it. So we're going to fold it in half, and I'm going to put a seam along here. I will come back after I've done that seam and I'll show you the next step. Okay, I'm back and I've sewn up that seam there, so just need to trim it back a little, and we need to now turn it inside out. Now you can hear my dog having a big drink in the back there, in the background. Okay, now we want this seam to be in the center. Now this is the part that is going to be against my head, so we want to hide that seam there. And then what we're going to do, I'll bring you a little bit closer. What we're going to do next is to take our ends and we're going to bring them up and we're going to join them. But the way in which we join them, actually, that seam needs to be on that side, because a join needs to be there. We're going to take each piece here and I'm going to fold that in half, and I'm going to fold this one in half, and then I'm just going to layer them. There we go. So here I've got one piece and it goes in the middle, and then there's the other piece and it goes in the middle of the other one. So what we're going to do now is to join these seams, and I'll sew that and then I'll come back. Right, I'm back from sewing that. So you can see that I've got the seam there, and it's, oh, didn't trim my threads. It's just the way I said it was, all folded in like that. So I just trim those threads away. And now we're just going to turn it the other way. And there we have the front, and our seam is in the middle. So I'll just try that on and then I'll come back. And there we have it, the completed item. Fits nice and snug, it's just the right size for me. Yeah, and it actually matches what I'm wearing, so that was a bit of a fluke. But yeah, I love it. Now, this is, you can just wear it for any reason. Keep your hair out of your face, or if you're having a bad hair day, you can actually wear it with your hair tucked all the way under it. Especially if you get a thick one, you can cover your hair completely. But there you go. I'm going to be making a few more. I'll bring you back when I've done those. And here you have it. I have made lots of different colours. Now you'll notice, I'll just step back a little bit there, you'll notice that there are different sizes in those. That beigey colour one there was hardly any stretch in the fabric at all, but the pink one, it was so stretchy, so I've adjusted them depending on the fabric, as I said earlier. So there you go, there you have it. Lots of nice colours. Now, these are a nice fashion item to wear. I mean, you can see it looks nice, doesn't look out of place. Yeah, and when you're on the go all the time and when you've got curly hair, it looks good the day you wash it. So I hope you get busy making some, and I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. And if there's anyone who you know who might like to make these, might benefit from this video, please share it with them. It all helps. I'm aiming to get my channel to 1,000. I'm only at 400 at the moment, 420 something. So every little bit helps. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.